It's been going well. Been getting some good work in with special teams. Good operations. We're feeling good about the season. So throughout camp, we've been doing well. So I'm looking forward to it. Last season, so now just more consistency on my ball strike. It's been well, but there's just obviously room for improvement. Never satisfied with what we're doing right now. So I'd say just ball contact, just as pure as possible, getting that. It's great. He's detailed out practice for every day. We got a schedule every time, which is different than most places. Usually kickers are just on their own. So he scheduled us out for whole practice, and we're getting work on things kickers might usually forget to do on a day-by-day basis. So it's been good with him. I do. I didn't know what to think about it when I first came in, but it's been really well with us. It's getting the guys close together, working consistently every day, so it's been good for us so far.
Was there anywhere where you had to catch up because you weren't here in the spring? I know it's probably a little bit different for a kicker than it would be for like a running back.
I wouldn't say too much because, as a kicker, our job's just to hit it to the goalpost, or punter just punt it in whatever direction they call. So I wouldn't say I was behind on anything. It was just getting accustomed to practice and everything, and which has been going really well for me. So.
What have you been able to kick in the stadium? What do you think about just the environment that you're working in?
Yeah, we try to get to the stadium every day and do some indie work out there, and we've been doing well. It's a little different out there compared to the indoor with a little bit of wind, so we're just working hashes out there, just get as comfortable as possible for the season.
What's the largest crowd you've ever kicked in?
Well, we played NC State last year at Furman, and I think that stadium holds roughly around 50,000. So right around there.
Did that make a difference? More people, more noise. How did you handle that?
Going into it, I didn't know what to expect, what it was going to be like, but once I got out there, I'm just so locked into the play. I don't even factor in the crowd or anything. So it was a good experience for me having that game.
What, if anything, do you guys do in practice here to try to simulate that sort of stuff, the kind of crowd and noise that you have in the big time?
We just work on every rep being a game rep, so we got to lock in, and I'd say just having that mentality and the focus in each rep helps us prepare for game days. Even though we don't have the fans out there, we got to be. Coach Bush likes to say in special teams meeting, every rep we do is a game rep. So.
A lot of guys say, I don't care about the crowd, 50,000 members. How do you block that out? How do you make that disappear?
It just kind of happens. You get tunnel vision when you're out there. I know what I have to focus on in the kick, so I just focus on the things I need to do. And it's kind of like even with no crowd, I don't even recognize the team on the other side of the ball coming around, and a lot of times it looks close, but you're just so dialed into the kick, you don't really notice anything else.
Wanting to be automatic, either from 40 in, or I think I've also heard him say when you get the ball to the 25-yard line.
Yes, sir.
So that'd be like a 42, 43 on this. How do you feel about those distances, and to put it in your words, where do you want to be automatic?
Yeah, I want to be as automatic as possible from anywhere, but obviously 40 and in, that's kind of a key yard line from where I'm kicking from. I want to be perfect, but my mentality is just go 1 for 1 every time I go out there. So it doesn't really same kick no matter where you are on the field. So it's just 1 for 1 in my mind.
You've been able to stretch your leg a little as a punter too. Saw you on Monday.
Yes, sir.
Kicking some punts.
Yes, sir. No, yeah, we've been. I usually get 1 rep of punt because field goes right after punt for so far most of these days. So I just get my 1 rep of punt, and then I go warm up for field goal for the next period. So.
Good rapport already with Rashidi?
Yeah, I love working with Brian. He's one of the hardest workers I've ever met on a football field, and so he's very careful in his craft and holding also. He's been as perfect as I want him to be. I have complete confidence in him and the long snappers. He spins it every time, so I don't worry about him.
What makes him stand apart, work ethic-wise?
Just whenever he's on the sideline, he's always working drops. He's always spinning the ball on holds. Anytime, like in the summer, anytime someone was going out to kick, he was there. Even if he wasn't punting, he was there working on holds, drops. Anytime he can do something, he's doing something.
Hey, Timmy, you've kicked at Beaver Stadium, right?
I have not. My high school team went to Ireland to play a game, but we played at a smaller stadium. But we did get to go to the game when Georgia Tech played Boston College, so I've been in the stadium. It's really nice. It's awesome. I didn't get to go on the field, But from the stadium, just that aspect, it was really cool. It's gonna be really exciting to play there.
The guys asked you about what it's like going over to Ireland.
Yeah, a couple of the guys have asked me, but I think for the most part, the locker room, it's a work trip. I mean, they're excited to see stuff in Ireland, but we have one thing on our minds, just to get a W. So.
Do you have to do like a stadium scout? Is there a difference between kicking in one stadium and kicking the next?
Yeah, a little bit. You kind of feel for it when you're in the stadium. Obviously, every stadium is different with winds, but I mean, every kicker has to work with that. So it's just kind of by a day-by-day basis. We see how the winds are going and we adjust.
Bush has mentioned that he wants to use his connections to the NFL to help you guys out with specialists. You mentioned Brett Maher as a kicker that he talks to. Has he relayed any information from those guys to you guys yet? Or?
In the summer, we worked the specialist camp with Brett Maher, Alex Henry, and Sam Cook. And then throughout the summer, Brett Maher he worked with us a little bit, just individually out there in the stadium. So that's been good. But yeah, it's a really cool experience. Not many other places have that to use. So.
What did you learn from him?
He didn't so much try and change anything we were doing, but kind of just watching his routine was very helpful for me. Getting a inside scoop on his mentality and how he approaches just kicking, really interesting. So it was good work with him over the summer.
What can you share with us about his mentality?
He's just very consistent in what he does. He's confident in his craft, and it shows. I mean, when we're out there kicking, he's hitting every ball the same every time. And so I'm just trying to work towards that and trying to be as consistent as he is. So.
What's your process like before a pressure kick, a big kick? What's your routine?
It's the same thing as any other kick. Just try not to overthink the situation. Every kick's the same. I just go out there and trust all other 10 guys on the field to do their job, and they trust me to do my job. So it's more just it's the same thing every time. I try not to overthink anything of that.
What's an example? What's the worst stretch that you've gone through kicking in your career? How did you bounce back from it?
Last year in my punting game, I mean, I started off the season, I wasn't turning over as many as I wanted to, but I tried to just kind of block that out. If I'm not doing well, just go back to the basics, focus on what I've done, trust what I've done, and just work on it at practice and just getting as consistent as possible. And I try not to reflect too much on that, because then I don't want to get in my head about the future and be like, oh, if I punt this bad, then it's going to affect me in the future. I try to just know what I did wrong, apply it to the future kicks, and then go from there.